Well, hello, and a happy Tuesday morning to everybody out there in YouTube land. I'm so excited this morning because I get to do a tripleting video, yay, with my Johanna, who is the Mila Sculpt by Ping Lao. You look up, darling. And we are going to be tripleting with her sisters, Katie over at Suzanne's Babies. Say hi, Katie. Whoops, got one of Mommy's hairs on you. And also with Maggie May over at Susie Q's Happy Little Haven. So hi, Maggie May. She is so excited. We got to see Suzanne because she's 6 hours ahead of us, so she gets hers done a lot earlier than me. Hers is done and uploaded and on YouTube before I even wake up in the morning. But anyway, hers is up and we got to watch it this morning, and this little stinker was so excited she could not wait. So I just couldn't wait. I want to look like my sisters. And I haven't seen Gail's yet, but we're going to be watching for that. It may already be up, I don't know. So anyway, we are tripleting with this little outfit that I sent Gail and Suzanne for Christmas. It's not going to be for Christmas. I mean, I sent them this as a Christmas gift, but this was for any time, even though it looks a little Christmassy, because it's a tartan with red and green, and that's like a hunter green, or I guess like a pine green, and white stripes in it, a little bit of tan in there too, and it has the little suspender straps, little bow right here in the front, crosses in the back, and it has a white or cream colored little onesie with a neckline that's a little gathered up here around the neck, and it comes with tights, and she is wearing tights, but I think they're more white than these, so I may change them. I don't know. We'll see. See. Yeah, I think they're a little bit whiter than this. And we're going to be putting a little red bow in her hair. Now, Suzanne used pretty little green bows in Katie's hair, but I don't have that color green, and it matched perfectly with the green in this. But all of my green is just not right, so we didn't go with that. So we're going with red. And then we have these little white shoes, little ballet slipper type shoes that have these little flowers on them, 2 on each shoe with a little half pearl on them. And I was biting my nails when Suzanne was doing this with Katie. I was like, oh, please, I hope those shoes fit, because you never can tell sometimes with these dolls what shoes are going to fit them. Ah, goodness, that was hard. Ow. I hope everybody's doing well. It's been a while since I've been on. As you can see, I never even got to do a Christmas video. I did dress some of my babies in Christmas, and this is Johanna, and this was her little Christmas outfit. It's also a tartan, but it's red, black, and gray and white. It's got a little silver satin bow here, and a little red, I guess you would call this a really deep red or maroon, raspberry, whatever, little, what do you call that thing? What do you call that thing? A little sweater anyway, and it's got a little tie in the back, and she's wearing her little maroon or raspberry colored shoes. What do you call this thing? I can't remember. I know y'all would tell me, but I can't hear. And she has adopted a little Rocky raccoon that we got from Annetta from Anna Mae's Lovely Place. Thank you, Annetta. She loves it. As a matter of fact, her and Sunny fight over it from time to time. But she got it right now, don't you, sweet girl? So we're going to go ahead and change her. I'm going to put Rocky aside for now. I know this is going to come to me sooner or later. I know it is. like a little matinee jacket. Is that what they call it? A matinee jacket or something like that. Anyway, we'll just say a little sweater right now. So I hope you're all doing well. Suzanne was talking about this morning when she went to the cinema the other night, and when they left, that it was so foggy that, you know, it was really difficult to see. I have to remember to talk up because I can't find my microphone. I cleaned this whole room out and took everything out into my soon-to-be dollhouse so that my oldest son and his wife could stay in here for Christmas. And I think I put that microphone somewhere that it would be safe and I would not forget where it was. Well, I forgot where it was. It's so safe, I can't find it. So I'm trying to talk up a little bit. Unfortunately, a lot of things are still out there. I did bring the babies back in after Christmas because we were getting some cold weather and I didn't want them out there without heat. I know that sounds silly, but no, I couldn't do it. I have to keep checking, make sure y'all are seeing her okay. I don't have my little pillows in here. Everything is still out there. Now, where are those tights, little girl? Let's see if these tights are going to be any different. So anyway, what I was saying was, over the Christmas holidays, I took my, see, these are more cream colored. These are more white. So I guess I will change her. I took my daughters-in-law to see Wicked. Now, I have seen Wicked 4 times. 4 times. Yep. I just like it. I just really, really do. Come here, baby girl. And I saw it first time with some friends. Let me adjust here, make sure you can still see her. And then I went the second time, took my daughter. And then I went the third time with my daughters-in-law. And then I went the 4th time, I finally got Bud to go with me. He didn't want to see it because he says, I don't like musicals. But he does like musicals. He just doesn't like to admit he likes musicals because every musical he's ever seen, he's liked. You know, you think of Sound of Music. He liked Chicago. He liked every Disney movie out there is a musical. What else is there out there? Oh gosh, now I can't think off the top of my head, but you get the gist, right? So anyway, he went with me to see that because he wanted to go see another movie and I did not want to see it. So I told him, I will go see that movie with you if you'll go see Wicked with me. So he agreed. Well, we went to see Wicked. Guess what? He liked it. But the movie that he wanted to see, neither one of us liked it. It was horrible. It was horrible. And we did want to, I wanted to pull a Suzanne and leave in the middle of it, but we stuck it out. But oh my goodness, it was not a good movie. And if you're wondering what it was, now y'all may feel different. You may feel different. But this is not my cup of tea. It was called Nosferatu. And yeah, I'm not into those kinds of movies, but I told my husband I would see it with him, and I did. And my daughter and her husband were there too, and she said, oh, I liked it. She said it was a remake of a movie from the 30s. I said, well, they should have left it in the 30s because I just didn't like it, and neither did Bud. So, and we saw those movies. We went to see the Wicked, and then saw Nosferatu right after that. It was funny. I've not seen a double feature probably since I was a kid, but we saw one, and then we had about 40 minutes to wait till the other one started. But anyway, yeah, we didn't like Nosferatu. It's a like a vampire movie, like a Dracula type movie. But it was just so scattered. I just couldn't get into it. Didn't like it. But we stuck it out. Well, anyway, I told y'all that for no reason at all, other than to tell you I liked Wicked. But when I took my daughters-in-law to see it, let's turn her around here now. There you go, girl. I just feel like I'm just twisting her every which way. And now you can't see her. She's up, she's down, she's up, she's down. But when we left, we wanted to go to this was the last night we could go see it before my daughter-in-law Jessica and my son Nathan left. They were this was a Friday, and they were leaving on Saturday. And so this was Friday night. So either we saw it Friday night or we didn't see it at all. And Jessica wanted to see it. So we looked at the 6:30 movie. It was sold out. The only other movie that night was at 10:05. Oh my gosh. I'm usually going to bed at that time, and here we went to the movies. So we didn't get home till about 1:30 in the morning. It was, yeah, because Wicked's long. And then we have quite a drive home, about a half-hour drive home. But when we left about 1 in the morning. It was so foggy. We could not see like a few feet in front of us. And as a matter of fact, was driving home through the city, and I mean, it was like dark, really dark. And my daughter-in-law, who doesn't live here, she said, "Is it always so dark here?" I went, "No, there are street lights or street lamps, whatever you call them, all up and down the roads, but you couldn't see them. It was so foggy, you couldn't see them until we were right under them. And when we got right under them, you could barely see a glow. And oh my gosh, it was so horrible coming home that I didn't know where I was a couple of times. And I drive this road all the time. And several times I didn't even know where I was. Twice I almost took the wrong road because I wasn't sure where I was, or almost missed a road. And then I, getting off the exit to my town, almost got off at the wrong place because I just couldn't tell where I was, because it was, I mean, you can't, your headlights do absolutely no good whatsoever, and you have to keep them on low beams or you can't really see at all. But yeah, it was treacherous. So Suzanne, I get what you're talking about with that fog that you and Conrad were up against, because it's scary. It really is scary. And especially driving that late at night. And I don't like driving that late at night. I don't like driving at night anyway, because my astigmatism, everything looks like a starburst, has sort of a starburst effect. So I don't particularly like driving that late at night. Look at you. Look at you. But like I said, it was the only time we could see that movie together. But if you haven't seen Wicked, I recommend it. Even if you don't like musicals, it's the story behind it. And there's something about Hollywood that makes you, well, it helps you, it understand better I mean, well, how am I going to say this? Well, like, for example, do y'all remember the movie Maleficent? Maleficent was the evil fairy that cursed Sleeping Beauty, remember? Well, when you watch Maleficent, you realize that she wasn't always mean and evil. She was a loving little fairy, but she was betrayed big time by a lover. And not only did he betray her with her love, but he also cut off her wings. Now, I'm sorry, that might make one a little bitter, don't you think? And so, and then she came to love the little girl, the little princess, Sleeping Beauty. Aurora, I guess her name was. She actually came to love her, and in Maleficent, if you haven't watched it, I don't want to tell you what happens. But anyway, you kind of understand the person a little better and why she is like she is. And the whole town had, turned against her because she was so angry and hurt from being betrayed. And it's the same thing with Wicked. You have the Wicked Witch of the West. And there was a question in the beginning of the movie. This little girl asked Glinda, the good witch, what makes a person evil? And she says, that's a good question. She said, is a person born evil, or is evil thrust upon them? And throughout this movie, you can see the answer to that question, because the Wicked Witch of the West, as she has come to know, she's not in this movie, but she was actually very good. She was not wanted at birth. Her father hated her and treated her horribly. She had a sister in a wheelchair that she had to look after and take care of. She was advocating for animal rights because animals were being mistreated. And she was, it was like her color. People, she was green. She was born green, and people were, as racism, I guess, against the color green, just like we have that going on today. And so all she wanted to do was to be good, and she wanted to meet the wizard, and her heart's desire, people thought, would be to not become green, and it would not to be green anymore, but her heart's desire was something different, and it was about saving the animals. But anyway, I'm not going to tell you what happens, but you kind of understand more of why she is the way she is, or why she becomes the way she is. And I think back about it in the Wizard of Oz, the original Wizard of Oz, the Wicked Witch of the West, all she ever wanted was those shoes from her sister. They were her mother's shoes, and they were given to her sister. And when her sister was killed, that's all she wanted was her mother's shoes. And Glinda put them on Dorothy and wouldn't let her take them off. So you wonder who's the good one and who's the bad one here. So anyway, here is Johanna. And I think she looks really, really sweet. Look at this. There she goes. There she goes. And there's her little shoes. And we can't wait to see Maggie May and hers. Now, Maggie May and Katie both have very long, flowing hair. Johanna has short, curly hair. And other than that, they're pretty much the same. Johanna's got these little freckles across her nose and across her cheeks. And I know that Maggie May does too. I don't remember if Katie does or not. But can y'all see her okay there? And she's got her little Rocky Raccoon back. Okay, so that's our video. I want to say a big, send kisses to Suzanne and Katie and Maggie May and Gail. And know that we love you all. I'm so glad you stopped by. Be safe, be well, stay warm. And remember those in California who are suffering from the burning of California. It's a horrible, horrible situation. Take care. I love you all. You're special. Bye-bye.